A handful of top shuttlers, including world number 1, Tai Tzu Ying, and Indians Sameer Verma and HS Prannoy, will be missing from the action at the Indonesia Masters World Tour Super 500 Badminton Championships that begin at the historic Istora Senayan, Senayan Sports Complex, in Jakarta from Wednesday, with the qualifying rounds taking place on Tuesday. File image of Kidambi Srikanth. Reuters. The top Indian men's doubles pair of Satwiksairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty, and the mixed doubles combination of Rankireddy and Ashwini Ponnappa, has also opted out of the tournament that, like the just concluded Malaysia Masters, offers a total prize money purse of $350,000. Ponnappa, though, will be contesting the women's doubles in partnership with Rankireddy, who herself will also play the mixed doubles with Prannoy. Nevertheless, there is adequate Indian representation in the form of the preeminent Indian singles trio of Kidambi Srikanth, Saina Nehwal and PV Sindhu. These three, along with Sai Pranith and Parapali Kashyap, are slated to display their wares at the Istora Senayan that was always used for international badminton events in the last century, but has fallen into relative disuse after the coming up of the vast Gelora Bung Karno Sports Complex, a short distance away. A solitary Indian player features in the 16-player qualifying draw of the men's singles that will throw out 4 players into the main draw. Subankar Dey, who occupies the 48th berth in the Badminton World Federation (BWF) rankings, is the highest-ranked player within the quartet that is required to produce one winner amongst themselves, to proceed to a spot in the main draw. A spate of last-minute withdrawals induced the promotion of several players from the reserves into the qualifying draw. Dey takes on Indonesia's Gatrapiliang Vicky Hilakupu in his first outing on Tuesday morning, and, if he wins, will play the same afternoon against the victor of the tie between Australian Daniel Fan and another local lad, Yahezkiel Fritz Mainaki. The final winner from this quartet earns the honor of taking on Denmark's 6-seeded Victor Axelsen, the 2017 world champion, in the first round of the main draw. Japan's reigning world champion, Kento Momota, who is also the defending champion at the Indonesia Masters, predictably gets pride of place in the seedings, and an opening round clash against Danish veteran Janno Jorgensen. 2 of the 3 Indians have been placed in his half of the draw, while Srikanth has been given the 8th seeding, and is drawn to bump into 2nd-seeded Shi Yuqi of China at the quarterfinal stage. Srikanth's first opponent in the competition is Malaysia's 43rd-ranked Chong Wei Fung, who earned a last-minute promotion from the qualifying draw. The 31-year-old Chong has a 1-2 win-loss career record against the 25-year-old Srikanth, but has not clashed with the Indian since beating him in the 2016 Macau Open. The victor of this opening round encounter has a challenging second round against the winner of the match between Hong Kong's Inca Long Angus and Japan's Thomas Cooper Kenta Nishimoto, who scored a shock triumph against compatriot Momota in Kuala Lumpur last week. Srikanth had beaten Angus comfortably at the Malaysia Masters, and holds a 3-1 head-to-head record against Nishimoto, but had lost in straight games to the 24-year-old Japanese player when the two had last met, at the Hong Kong Open, 2 months back. Kashyap, promoted from the qualifying ranks, gets a crack at Pepe Indonesian Anthony Sinisuka Ginting for the second time in 8 days, this time in front of the latter's partisan home crowds. At the Malaysia Masters, the 22-year-old Ginting had won at 21-17, 25-23 after a 53-minute battle royal, in which the Indian, a full decade older than the Indonesian, held game point twice in the second stanza, and fought gallantly to save 2 match points before succumbing. Sai Pranith runs into 4th-seeded Chinese, Chen Long, the 2-time former world champion and 2016 Rio Olympics gold medalist. The two have clashed just once earlier, at the Badminton Asia Championships last year, and Chen had emerged an easy 21-12, 21-12 winner. Pranith will thus have his work cut out for him, to progress further in the tournament. Among the women, Sindhu has merited the second seeding, with arch-rival Nozomi Okuhara of Japan getting pride of place in the absence of Taiwanese holder Tai Tzu Ying. The willowy Indian has an intriguing lung opener against former world number 1, Li Shuirui, whose return to the circuit after 2 years from a horrific knee injury sustained at the Rio Olympics has been less than an unqualified success. Sindhu holds a losing 2-3 record against the 27-year-old Shuirui, but it is significant to note that the two have not crossed swords since the 2015 Denmark Open, when the Chinese player was at the peak of her prowess, and had beaten the Indian in straight games. Sindhu has improved substantially since then, and, on paper, will be the odds-on favorite to beat Shuirui, whose movements continue to be slightly restricted in the face of the restructured knee, and whose fitness is somewhat suspect. Should she clear her first round, Sindhu will meet the winner of the match between exciting Indonesian teenager Gregoria Mariska Tunjung and Japan's experienced Io Horie. Thereafter, a quarter-final clash with Spanish 5th seed Carolina Marin, the reigning world and Olympic champion, has been scheduled. Sina, seeded 8th, has been given the kind of draw that should see her go deep into the competition. She first takes on a qualifier, expected to be local girl Dinar Daya Iyastine, and then on either Indonesian Fitriani or Denmark's Line Hojmark Kjærsfeldt. If the 28-year-old Indian clears these two hurdles, she could run into 4th-seeded Japanese Akane Yamaguchi, against whom she has a poor 2-7 win-loss record. It must be remembered that Yamaguchi, who was world number 2 for most of 2018, has seen a sharp dip in her fortunes of late, and was beaten by Malaysia's Goh Jin Wei by a ridiculously one-sided scoreline of 21-14, 21-12 at the Malaysian Masters. It would appear to be Sina's best chance of hauling in the slack in her head-to-head record against the diminutive Japanese powerhouse. First Post is now on WhatsApp. For the latest analysis, commentary and news updates, sign up for our WhatsApp services. Just go to firstpost.com/WhatsApp and hit the subscribe button. Updated date, January 22, 2019, 9 hours 14 minutes and 17 seconds IST.